Your mom's a diamond.
Hey there. Okay, I'm Weustis. I'm gonna be recording the VOD here. Um, Small thing, I am sick, so my voice is not great, but I will try to make it as hearable as possible. I'll be pausing the video in the background so you can hear me. I'm going over the Zarya VOD, and let's just get
We
it
need
started.
no.
Small
No, he's
notes at the
not.
beginning
Why?
with the team comp stuff. It's fine if you have a Ryan. Most pro teams do have a Winston, and they do a big counter dive, but that requires a lot more coordination. Um, So it's fine if you don't have a Rhine. Yeah, I would probably say a Rhine would be better, but it's not the end of the world.
No one's going.
Let's go ahead and get this started. Okay. So right at the beginning.
Maybe.
We need more. We more
Alright.
importantly need a healer.
So let's see. What do you know?
Does
Yeah,
more
if
healing.
you
don't
want
see
to heal,
anyone
I'll
yet.
go Reinhardt.
Still
I
don't
don't
see
mind, but
anyone.
it's too late for that.
There, you see a Roadhog. So immediately you need to keep in mind that the Roadhog exists. That's just one thing. So he's always going to have that hook up, and you always got to be reminding yourself that, where's the road? Do I need to protect someone from a hook that might be
That now,
coming
maybe
out?
you should have been a little bit earlier in the game.
Especially since you don't have a Rhine. Your Winston, he's going to jump in. Potentially at one point, that road can easily kill him. Your people here and here, I think that's your McCree and this is your Symmetra. They're in basically the wide open. Road's right here right now. He has vision into here. He can easily move around to here, and then he can have vision into this area, and he can hook your McCree. Both of those are big things that you have to keep in mind. So I would be a little bit more passive with your projected barrier, and maybe try to get a little bit more charged with your personal barrier if you need to get charged. So you can see he's poking out. He's walking up past this line trying to hook this Symmetra because she just used her shield. It doesn't yet, and he tosses it out. He doesn't get anyone with it, which is good. You were ready to shield if he did, but you have to ask yourself, would the Sim be able to get out in that scenario? Maybe, probably not, because there's this Fair Mercy right above. Speaking of the Pharaoh Mercy, you gotta put a little bit more emphasis on focusing them because you can easily kill a Pharaoh with your thing right through the Mercy healing. At 0 charge, you do 95 DPS. Mercy does 60 DPS, so it's 0 charge, which I would not suggest trying to fight a Pharaoh Mercy at 0 charge. You would do 35 DPS. And that'll take however long to kill. A little bit more than 6 seconds, which is definitely a long time, but compare that with 100 charge, it'll take 3 seconds if it's just you. Alright, Winston jumps in here, he puts his shield down immediately, which means you don't have to use any of your barriers, but when the Winston shield does go down, I would consider shielding the Winston from the Pharah. Still, this Fair Mercy is just above you, be focusing them. Right here, there's this road, he's standing still for a second, and he's Discord. It's a good shield because you think he's going to shoot at you. For some reason he doesn't, which is weird. But there's also the Lucio that just ran by, who you could have focused.
Where the fuck did you
We'll
go?
watch this again. So you can see Lucio's flying by right now. And yes, McCree probably should have gotten him with a flashbang and it should have been over just then. But that's just a small thing you got to keep in mind. Like that Lucio could easily be dead if you focused him. With this road, again, he's still looking for the hooks. You got to be a little bit careful. If you're at this close range, the worst combo that I find roads do against me is right click, hook, right click, or not right click, hook, right click, hook, and then left click. So you shield yourself here, you got your bubble up, and then he right clicks you, breaking your shield, yes, giving you 40 charge, but that doesn't matter because a second later, this hook comes in, and then you're right next to him. Then the left click comes in, that takes you down to, depending on, the positioning of both of you, probably like 150 or 200 health. And you're right here. You're on the wrong side of the wall, basically. This Lucio's in a good position to boop you back over. The Fair's above. She's ready to shoot at you. Who knows who's around this corner ready to shoot at you. Also, small thing, you should be left clicking right then as much as you can, because left click always does more DPS than right click. Left click does 95 DPS at 0 charge, and right click does 47 DPS at 0 charge. Each right click is 47, and it's once per second. So you need to remember that if you want alt charge, you need to be left clicking if you have no charge, because you have 14 charge. It's not like you're going to be 1v1ing the Pharah or anything special like that. The main thing you can do is toss right clicks from a distance, or use your left click and just beam a frontline tank or like a Devo, Roadhog. Not as much Winston and Ryan because they got those big shields. And just beam them down to get your ult charge, because you'll be getting it twice as fast using left click instead of right click. You kind of back yourself up into a corner here. It's not a big thing, but this Pharah is shooting at you, so it's a little bit dangerous. Alright, so right here, you see the Mercy, Pharah's above, Lucio's right there, and Genji's just diving your people. Let's see how this plays out. So you shield the McCree, which is good, but look who's here. It's Roadhog, and look who he's looking at. It's your Mercy. And you have to remember, when was the last time he used his hook? A long time ago. He absolutely has it back. Mercy gets hooked. Mercy dies. McCree
Well,
dies.
we're gonna.
So, what I would have done in that scenario, let's watch this again. So,
Where the fuck did you go?
shooting at this guy, I would have played a little bit more aggro there even. Maybe tried to move myself to this pillar so I can play with them a little bit more, because right here, there's not a lot of people behind you. Winston's pretty far back. Your second healer's super far back. So when you're here, the only area that you have to run back towards is to this way, and that's the sim. Or some of the sim turrets, but that's not anything big. However, if you move here, if the road tries to hook you, you can use this pillar to block it, and then you'll get line of sight checked and it'll unhook. That's a big thing, big way to counter roads. It'll be an easy way to get charged, because anyone coming this way will be able to shoot at you. You'll have better vision of this Pharah above. One thing is that you don't look at the Pharah above often. You should, because you can definitely kill a Pharah. So yeah, I would have moved up a little bit, tried to go a little bit more all charge, maybe get to like 20, 25. Then moved to this pillar, tried to bait out the hook once my shield went down, and then played along with the McCree and the Ana. Let's say I don't do that. Let's say I do what you do. I see the Genji, the Pharah above. I probably would have shielded the McCree, just because he was in such a dangerous scenario. That's a damage boosted Genji. And yes, it gets your Mercy killed, but the main critique I have of this is you shielded the McCree, yes, and that's good, but you shielded him when the road was already moving up, obviously looking at your healer, and it'll take time to learn things like this, but you got to keep him in mind. Like, he does exist, and he will get hooks, and you're the counter to those hooks, because if you shield the McCree here, he survives, you'll get 40 charge. But there's a Lucio, there's a Road, there's a Pharah, there's a Mercy, there's a whoever else over here, and they're all looking at that McCree, so he dies a second later also. Alternatively, if you shield the Mercy here, she gets shielded, Road gives you 40 charge, and then she can fly to you and get away.
Well, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, shocker.
Why is
And a
that?
little bit of charge from this Pharah, but like, you're not shooting at the Pharah right now. You have 76 charge. Does the Pharah have the Mercy on her? Let's check.
Well, we're gonna lose.
No, so
Yeah.
you can see the Mercy has not flown up to this part, and the
Yeah,
Pharah just
shocker.
did.
Why is that?
So this is a Pharah that's alone. You have 76 charge. Let's pull out the calculator here. 70. So you normally do 95 times 1.76. You have to shoot at her for a second, and she's almost dead. She'll have 30 health in a second, and that's enough time for her to get a rocket off, basically. So
Why?
Why is that?
Because our Mercy decided to throw.
Oh yeah, I decided that.
So here you take a lot of
Why
damage
is
in a
that?
small amount of
Their
time. So
Mercy.
400 health. You see Pharah Mercy just attached to that Pharah.
He decided to throw.
You see Genji. There's the Lucio.
Oh yeah,
Genji. Okay, so here's what happens. Genji dashes through you, also taking you down very low. Lucio shooting at you. Pharah's shooting at you. Mercy's damage buffing the Pharah. You're in a very difficult scenario here. I feel like you use that barrier here just because you were panicking. Because look, this Winston, he's already in his own barrier, and that barrier's lasts a lot longer. It has 600 health. Your shield has 100 health, and that barrier has, lasts however long, and your barrier lasts, you know, a second or two. So it doesn't really work out.
I decided to throw. I'm
You don't really get any charge. It's good that you move into the Winston to try to use his body to protect your
trying
own,
to help
but it
heal
doesn't
someone.
work
What were
out.
you doing
Again, right here you have 80 charge.
over
Just
there?
get this health back.
healing the
Wait a
front.
second. Wait for your shields to regen, because you can see, like, you haven't taken damage in 3 seconds, and shields regen 20 HP every second after. So, you know, it'll take 10 seconds to regen, but you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? What do I just walk in and die? Good focusing the fair there, but look, here's the road right
You
here.
wanna go back to group chat?
Kinda. I mean, we come in for like.
Alright, so Winston puts his shield down. This is good. This is what you need to be doing. You need to be playing behind your Winston, behind his shield. You need to just be waiting to do your projected barrier when someone hooks him or attacks him. It's perfect.
Like 5 seconds.
I'd also be just tossing out right clicks here, tossing out left clicks, because you have 45% alt. You can easily get the rest off this road. Easily. You're at 70 charge. It goes up very, very fast if you just hold left click at a Roadhog. Because there's no armor there, it's a lot of healing, so it's a big health pool you can get it from, and it's an easy target. So here's a big, not great time of playing Zarya. Winston jumps in.
Why am I even
You
healing?
shield the Winston, which is good. A little bit late. You probably could have shielded him as he was jumping. Meanwhile,
Like
you're
5
being shot
seconds.
by a McCree
I have a level
from
3
point
monkey.
blank range. So at this point, you need to say, who do I need to shoot at? Here's the road. Here's the McCree. I have 70 charge. I have 50 ult. What do I need to do here? Also, here's the Lucio, the Mercy, Pharah. You need to be asking yourself, what do I need to do? Who do I need to shoot at? And it's not a flat answer. You could either fall back, hold left click at this Roadhog, protect your healers with your projected barrier. You could look to the right, do right click melee combos against this McCree, a right click melee combo, or just a right click left click combo. These are 2 combos that I'll go over in a second right after I explain this. Just, you know, focus him down and kill him. So the right click melee combo and then the right click left click combo. Right click melee is you left click, I guess you could, yeah, you left click until they're around half health. It's a little bit tough to tell because it kind of changes with how much charge you have, but you left click until they're around half health, then you get real close and you right click and melee. And let's see, at 68 charge, how much would a right click melee do? Let's check. So 68 charge, so a right click will normally do 47 times 1.68 plus 30. You'll do 110 damage to this McCree essentially. So you can left click him for maybe a third of a second and then right click melee and he's dead. Alternatively, the left click right click combo is you look down at their feet, you right click, which does the right click damage, which would be, did I close the calculator? Anyway, you do the right click damage that knocks them in a very predictable arc in the sky. When they're flying in the sky, you can easily track them with your mouse. It's much more easy than you would think. And then right when they're going to land, because you have a very predictable spot where they're going to land, you right click again. That does 2 right clicks and basically a full half second of left click damage, which kills most people that are squishies like McCree. What you do here is you move up into the Winston, which
Why am I even healing
you're taking a lot of damage.
the monkey?
And you gotta be very careful.
Yeah, don't.
This McCree's right on you, so at this point you have 60 charge. You're essentially a soldier, and you have double the health of soldier, and you have Mercy healing you. You can do a lot of work, but you kind of just jump around in the point and throw
Just
right clicks
don't.
out, which is definitely not what you need to be doing.
Alright,
Right here, what you need to be doing is you need to be playing further back. Maybe
can you calm down?
you need to be playing maybe here, you need to be playing maybe here, and you just need to be focusing down this road, or focusing down the McCree, or focusing down the Lucio, because you have enough charge to easily focus down. You doing all of these right clicks is only doing one thing. It's kind of just knocking this road around, and it's doing like 50, 60, 70 damage a right click, which is, it's good, but it's just not significant, you know?
Please.
You can see right there that was that good arc that you could have tracked. And like here you left click a little bit, but then you go back to the right clicking, and you're just jumping around the site here. You haven't used your projected barrier in a long time. Both of them have died. That's 2 people you could have projected barriered. And you can see now you're just alone, and you die
Push
pretty
back up.
fast.
Silver.
Whoa.
Mercy reses 2. Lucio comes out with his ult. Yeah, good shield there. But still, you're doing this whole right click stuff.
I have grab.
So he has Discord on him, and you have 100 charge. Let's see. Bring out the calculator once again. Calculator, there you are. So, okay, so 97 or 95 DPS times 1.96. Oops, that's not right. 95 times 1.96, 186 damage flat out times 1.3. That's Discord. 240 damage per second. That's, 2-3 seconds of shooting at him and he's dead. So 1, 2, 3. You can see. Perfect. It's exactly what you need to do. Mercy reses. Your grav here is okay. It's not great. It's not great. I definitely would have made sure you got the Mercy in here, but instead you just get the McCree in the road, which is not awful, but not great. So the range on the grav is much larger than it seems you think it is. Let's just assume it's the range. So like right here, you shoot it here. Ooh, you can't really see that. You can shoot it right there. Let me turn this black instead. You shoot it right here, but it'll reach until here if you shoot it there. It'll reach until here. It'll reach until much larger where you think it is. So like it honestly, it probably almost reached that Mercy all the way over here. You can see the outest most barrier or the outest most particle effects are happening on this kind of curve right here. It's a little bit further than that, so that probably reaches until there. And you have to remember that's that long, and that's the same this way. There's only 2 people there, so it's better to left click instead of right click. Ooh, sorry. Because right click does, or left click does 95, right click does 47. If there's only 2 people and you right click, it'll do 94 technically DPS, while this will do 95 to one and then 95 to the other, and it's a little bit better. It depends a lot. One thing that ideally the perfect clip is, or the perfect clip in grav is, you get 3 people and there's a Mercy in there, and you left click the Mercy with 24 of your ammo, which is a second of shooting plus a fifth of a second of shooting, and then you have 76 ammo left, and that's enough to right click 4 times because it takes you down to 51, 26, 1, and then 0, and then each of these are a right click that you're doing. And so that would be, let's say you're just at 0 charge, that's 47 times 4 plus 24 times, or 0.24? No, 95. Sorry, 95 plus, or times 1.2. My math is, I'm working on it. Yeah, sorry, I'm sick. So, definitely better to left click there. Sorry if I get really into the math here. Zarya is a very kind of math heavy hero with combos. Her and Genji, I would say, are one of the highest. Fair's above. You have 92 charge. She's completely alone. Just walk up and hold left click. She is obviously too far now, but if you get to maybe here, she's in range. Zarya's beam has a much higher range than you'd think. I believe it's 16 meters. Mercy's healing beam is 15 meters. So it's essentially, just think of it like that. Good that you're looking to projected barrier Farah here. I know you wait a little bit to see if she takes any damage, which is good. She doesn't end up taking too much. It's good that you saved it. Not a great shield there. Definitely would wait until you saw a rocket, just because since the Farah is so far away, you can easily absorb 2 rockets with that. Whoopsies. Good focus on the Genji here. This is what, it's good that you right click when you have trouble tracking, but you have to think, where's this Genji going with his dash? So yeah, this, Genji comes above. He's so close to you, there's no way. He dashes through. He's gonna be, yeah, you can see his dash ended here and then he kept moving, and you end up right clicking around here. So he's already so far away. What I would do is I would just that's just a small thing. It seems like you have a little bit low sensitivity. Just for reference, I play on 600 DPI and then 6.5 in game. This allows me to do 270s, but not 360s. If you're playing a hero like Tracer, you need to absolutely be able to do 360s, if not more. If you're playing a hero like Genji, you need to be doing 360s, if not more. But Zarya, you don't need a lot, but like you still need enough to do whatever this is, about a 180. And you only kind of turn until here, which isn't great. Good shielding to Winston. Genji, for some reason,
Watch the
chooses
hog
that
behind
shield
us.
a lot. Hog's behind. Your projected barrier's down. What you need to do is you need to move up right next to this hog, because if someone gets hooked, have it either be you or have it be someone else, and then you walk in front of the hog in between the roadhog's gun, the person who got hooked, and then this is you, and you put your own barrier up and you get charged from it. It's a little bit too far away, your Mercy dies. So you're at 70 charge. Pressure him.
I'm down.
You know he's just standing there, pressure him. Lucio starts jumping around. Lucio's very, very difficult to track. Of the people who are the hardest to track, it's Lucio, it's Genji, it's Tracer. What I would suggest doing here, Tracer, I don't even left click, or I rarely left click unless I'm very, very high charge. I just try to do right click melees against Tracer because again, 47 plus 30 times 2, that's, you know, more than 150. It's 154, I believe. So yeah, that's definitely enough to kill Tracer because 150 minus 154, -4 health. With Lucio, just, you know, pop a right click at him. It'll do a nice predictable arc for you to follow, and then right click again.
Don't be afraid.
You can see there's that like little time where he was jumping around. He probably should have been dead.
I'm down.
And you know, this is only half a second that you're talking about, but this is time where you could be shooting at the fair that assaulted him, you know? It's like right here, you toss a right click, that takes him down to probably this much, and then, you know, that knocks him in an arc. He's already dead by now, probably. And you look up, you see that fair,
Don't be afraid to use
he's
ults.
shooting at him. You're very low here. I would consider falling back and healing.
Might need a Zen ult there. Good.
Another thing is just being a little bit more vigilant of your health. Whoopsies.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't pop Zen ult, dude.
I don't know why this didn't ult either, but
I don't know. I'm busy carrying damage. I'm gold damage.
yeah, he's not carrying. Honestly, you're carrying. And I can't believe you're carrying because you are making a lot of mistakes with the whole right clicks. You could easily have all 4 golds if when they pushed on the point earlier, you were left clicking more than you were right clicking. Without a
I'm
doubt.
silver, don't worry. And that's not an excuse for not Zen
Popping
ulting.
wasn't anywhere near you.
You get a speed boost. A big one.
So here you're low charge,
You
you
guys
know,
shut up. Just like
medium alt charge, and this is what I call the poke phase. I'm gonna change the color of this font again, one sec. It's what I call the poke phase. In the poke phase, you are looking for charge. You're looking for picks. And you're looking for ults. You don't have your ult, so that's off the list. You're pretty low charge, so that's off the list. So you're looking for charge, so that you can get picks, so that you can get ult charge. So that's what you need to be focusing on. Just
Okay,
getting
Yeah,
good
honestly,
fast
can we
clicks
just
on
try
side
to...
good right click there, actually. That was pretty on point.
Yes.
Didn't hit him, but like it was good prediction.
just focus on the main points of engage, not engage. Like, you don't need to say anything else.
Alright, see you there. You have 2 picks. I can't push them.
Genji 1.
So right here, this is a big critique. You're here. Let's see where your team is. Let's go back to see where your team is.
Anything else.
So this is the parts where you start moving up. Fair's above, yes, which is good for you. But you can see you're at this
Alright, see you
point,
there.
your team's not behind this line.
You have 2
You
picks. I
just
can't
walk
push them.
all the way up to this. And
Genji.
there's a Roadhog right there. So if this Roadhog hooks you even further back, there's no way your team can help you.
1.
Luckily Feral's, and that kind of saves you. Good shield, could be a little bit faster. That hook came out, but he died beforehand. If he wouldn't have died, yes, it probably would have hit the Pharah.
Thank you for the shield.
Alright, they're staggered now. Give them space.
You're so aggro here. What affects how aggro you should be is a couple things. One, who's alive, so enemy team. Two, your charge. Three, four things, I guess. All kind of just thought that it's not as big. And then the main thing, shields. If you have high charge but no shields, then don't go in because you're a huge target with high charge. If you have, let's say, no charge, no ults, but shields, then you can probably go in because that's when people get charged. If you have, no charge, no ult, yes shields, but there's a Roadhog, McCree, Reinhardt, all these people that can shut you down and charge you super fast, don't go in. I would say the number one factor is shields, because if you have no charge and no shields, then you move up, and what are you going to do? Stand there and hold left click and do 95 DPS to someone who's being healed? You're just going to get punished for that. If you have ults but no charge but no shields, then you might be able to find a good ult, but you have to ask yourself your team with me, and then the enemies are always just kind of there.
Space to engage. Give them space to
That's more like if they're all grouped up, just don't go in ever because you're going in alone essentially.
engage. So hopefully they go in like 5v6 or
So
something.
now you start to fall back, and now we see how far back your team is and how
They
far
go in
up
like
you
5v6 or something like that.
were. You were all the way up to here, well, obviously around, and all the way up to there, and your team is still way behind you. Your team's holding in that back corner. And it's okay because you have your shields back now, but you got to be careful. You don't have a lot of charge. If they start to push you, there's
Res
nothing you can
whenever
do.
they come in.
Passing you.
You're past the range that the Winston just bounced in on. So that's a big thing. Right here, you're playing much too high. Roadhog hooked down, so now you might be able to use your projected barrier a little bit more liberally to try to get charge.
Mercy,
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
go back
Get
and
you.
go.
You can see they just went in your backline and killed your people. That could have been free shields for you. Roadhog is somehow about to get a flying shot onto your Winston. That's gonna be fun.
Winston, if you could jump up, so that would be wonderful for me.
Like this is again a small
Back
thing.
and go.
Let's watch.
Winston,
Right
if you
here, you could just be left clicking at this Winston, and that's free ult
could
charge
jump
for
up,
you.
so that would be wonderful
There's
for
no
me.
reason not to.
Okay.
That was maybe half a second, but still that's 40-50 damage. Doesn't matter as much in Winston because he's such a huge health pool, but if that's a healer, that might be a kill if they're low.
Ugh. Every
Mercy dies, you're completely alone.
Every
Just
time.
run away.
That's close.
Your main thing here is just try to keep your charge. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to because you are super
Back out.
far. There's a Genji, there's a Lucio, there's a Pharah Mercy, there's a Road.
I've grabbed
So
again.
Yeah, get it.
So yeah, you have Grav, so
Have
let's
a shield.
skip ahead to win your back.
I've-
And then
If you can contest.
Alright,
Yeah,
Winston dives in,
combo
good
it.
shield on him. He does put his shield down almost instantly. That's more his fault. If you're gonna shield a Winston, say don't put your shield down immediately. So that allows you to get charged and allows him to save his shield health basically for a little bit longer.
and then Mercy hide.
Zenol comes out, you can see.
Yeah, combo it.
Yes, your shield, your
And then
projected
Mercy
barrier
hides.
might be down. Yes, your Mercy's walking back here, but look, here's a Lucio. Here's a Roadhog. Again, she's just ulted behind. You need to be protecting your Mercy.
Is that all?
I guess the Genji ults then. And yeah, sure, you don't have your projected barrier, but you can at least stand there and fight some. You can try to body block the Roadhog shot, which ends up killing the Mercy. You have to remember that your shield can be used both to protect you and your team, and the projected barrier can be used both to protect you and your team. You can use your shield to body block in between someone, your teammate, and this can be you. You can obviously have it teammate shooting or enemy shooting at you, that's you, and it just protects yourself. You can have it where your projected barrier protects yourself, where the enemy's shooting at you, you don't have your shield, you shield your teammate, and then you stand behind your teammate. And then obviously, your teammate gets hooked, and you shield your teammate.
And he followed me and hooked me.
Yeah, see. So right here, this is just a small thing. There's probably a second or two here where you just kind of walk around and you're not doing anything. But this Roadhog's right behind you. Could be looking at him. You have, let's look. You have no charge. You have one of your barriers. You have your ult, and your team's winning the fight. What I would do here is I would play here. I would play here. I would play further back, and I just try to hold left click on this Roadhog to help him die as soon as he can. Because he's the main counter to your Winston. Your Winston's the counter to
Their Mercy's
Yeah, I'm
hiding
not
in
grabbing.
the underground. Along
right here. You right click the road, but you should have been left clicking the road. It's just more
with
DPS.
Lucy.
Right there again. You threw that right click, which is okay. You probably could have right click melee. It would have been a little bit better. But left click
They
is
might
just
have
more
found by now.
DPS.
I'm just gonna check really quick.
Good eating of the Pharaoh rockets there.
Yeah, they backed up.
This is pretty good. Your whole like playing with the Winston there. As a Zarya, you have to remember your role. Your role is not as the main tank. It's as the secondary tank. You have a Winston, you have a Rhine, you have a Diva, and then you have the Zarya supporting all of them. So if Winston dives in, you shield the Winston. If Rhine charges in, you shield the Rhine. If, Diva's in trouble, you shield the Diva. And that gives you more charge, it gives you more DPS, it saves them, it keeps them alive, it lets them do more damage, all of these things. Whatever the scenario may be.
Lucio?
Everyone.
Lucio? Get on Lucio?
Lucio's a little bit hard to track. Don't be afraid to throw a right click whenever he's going to hit the ground, because watch. So right here, that could have been a right click. And, he's probably going to land there.
Lucio?
Everyone.
Right there, he's going to land in this area. Don't be afraid to throw a right click, because, 50 charge. Let's pull out the... Or I guess I can't pull out the trusty old calculator anymore. Rest in peace. Whoops. He has Discord on him. You have 50 charge. That's 80% more DPS.
Lucio? Get on Lucio?
Good calling out to get on Lucio. That's very good communication. You have great
I need to heal,
communication.
please.
Every once in a while. But then again, your team is also very solid.
Lucio's like one shot.
Hogs
Good,
one?
good focus. Here.
Nice.
That's what you need to be doing. That is
I'll grab them when they push in
Staggered
here.
right now.
I think Mercy's up top.
So here I'd be a little bit careful. You did call out that you're about to grab, but it's okay if you don't grab. In a second, there is a good grab opportunity. Let's see what you know. You know that McCree's here. You know that Lucio's behind you. You know that the Mercy's here, possibly. You gotta kind of like read that arc. It kind of seems like she's there, maybe even a little bit closer, like here.
They're staggered up.
So then, now look. You got Genji, who possibly has deflect, so you got to keep that in your mind. You have Lucio, who probably doesn't have beat drop because he used it in that last fight. You have McCree, who maybe has flashbang, but that's not going to stop you full health. And you have Mercy, who's probably there. Right here, I would think grab right there, because Genji's in a falling angle there. McCree's walking straight back. He's going to get caught in it. Lucio might not get caught in it, but he'll probably get caught in it. And Mercy has the choice of, walking this way and getting more stuck, or walking into it and just dying. And honestly, the better call for Mercy would be to walk in and die. If she is res, then you kill 2, kill 3, and then she reses. That's before fights even started. Now they don't have res for the actual fight.
I don't think you need all.
Yeah, right then I would have grabbed.
Yeah, but stagger.
It's not awful that you didn't grab, and you are keeping it for the next fight. Keeping them staggered's an okay reason why. Zarya's Grav is the number one Grav, or number one ultimate for executing fights right behind Tracer's Bomb. Tracer's Bomb is number one, obviously, because, Tracer just blinks right past everyone and throws the bomb on a healer, and that's, the beginning of a fight. But Zarya's Grav is easily number 2 because you can, get a little bit of high ground and see 3 or 4 people and then just pop in. That's 4 kills instead of just 1 for Tracer.
Even harder.
You're focusing these people so much,
Yeah, but stagger
which
even
is
harder.
okay. That McCree's really low, but that's fair shot. You need to be shooting at this Mercy. I would turn around, body block the Mercy as she tries to fly by, and you can see you kind of do that for a second. Or the wall does.
Mercy, 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 Mercy. Alright, go to point. Go
Not a great right click.
back to point.
Inside the tunnel is Genji.
Sick Pharaoh v Pharaoh
Pharaoh
mid-air
one.
duels.
Genji on cart.
Oh, that was so cool.
Don't be afraid to right click.
Mercy half HP.
Okay, so it's very obvious that you're looking for Grav here. to the other team, which isn't as much as an issue here. But if you do something like this at higher ranks, their Genji will walk right in front of you and press E every time. Granted, the Genji's dead here, but you know what I mean. Obviously.
Mercy.
Let's see what you know. Road, Pharah, Mercy, or Mercy, Pharah, sorry.
Half HP.
Lucio. So Pharah, Mercy are up above. Lucio's right there. When Zarya's walk right up with low charge and no shields, they're gonna grab. That's a go-to to the other team that they're gonna grab. It's not awful that they know that you're gonna grab, but just know they know you're gonna grab, and that gives them a little bit of extra time to get out of there. This is one of the few, and I mean few scenarios where I would say throwing it on a wall is better. Because you want to make sure that you get the Pharah Mercy above. You gotta get them, The issue with throwing it on a wall is if you throw it on the ground, it has the radius of the all around and above. But if you throw it on a wall, it cuts off a full horizontal direction. And you have to remember that most of this game is 2D. Roadhog can't go 2D. Lucio can kind of go 2D. Pharah can go 3D. Mercy cannot go 3D unless she flies to someone else who's going to go 3D. Zarya can't go 3D. Winston can go 3D for a second. So that's why you don't want to cut off 2D as much, or I guess you know what I mean. You don't want to cut off the flat areas as much. Which you'd be doing by throwing it against the wall. But in this scenario, it's good because there is the Pharah Mercy, and you do want to make sure you get them. So what I would do here is I'd move here, get a nice angle, and throw it right here not through the Roadhog, but behind the Roadhog on that wall. You throw it there. Oh, I didn't see the McCree there.
Three of them?
Gets him. 3 of him doesn't get Mercy, which is not great. So let's do quick math again. 3 of them, right click does a little bit less than right click does a little bit less than 2 times left click, but there's 3 of them, so if you right click, it'll be the equivalent of doing 3 right clicks in one, so that's greater than a left click. So you want to be right clicking here. That's what I'm trying to say. If the Mercy was in here, you'd be wanting to left click and right click combos. So you left click, and then right click. Or you left click, right click, and you want to be left clicking only at that Mercy because she's the one who can res. Good barrage.
Nice. There they go.
No one called it out. A little bit long range. You can see Mercy if you got her in it, no res. That's 2 ults for 1 ult.
Good job.
So that's not always great.
There's their res.
So Winston's back there. You just projected barriered him. It turned orange. That's good. Pharah just ulted from behind. Good that you put your shield up to protect you. I would be moving. It's a little bit tough of a call. I'd be moving straight back since this Lucio may boop you to move you even closer. This Roadhog may hook you if you move closer, and if he doesn't, or no, he just used this hook. He could walk up right next to you and shoot you. Yes, your Winston is there, but he's probably going to die. But if you back up into the sewers, it'll give you a nice kind of base of operations. Good left clicking. Again,
There's their res.
you got good left clicks here, like you're just tracking the road like you need to be, which makes me wonder why you right click so much at the beginning there.
Something Zen ult.
Die together.
Something Zen ult.
Honestly savage. Res comes out here. The number one mistake that I see with Res is, which I feel like you're just about to do,
Something Zen ult.
is you just kind of get res, then you panic and you shield someone, and you don't want to ever do that. You're 99.9% of the time you want to save your ult. And I feel like you kind of tried to do it on the Winston, but it's good.
Zen ult? Thank you.
Zen ults for the Genji, probably a little bit late, probably could have used it earlier. Right here, you have the choice of focusing the Genji or the Roadhog. Since you don't have your ult, I would suggest focusing the Roadhog, because this is already
Bears in the air. I might be got him. McCree.
She got me.
Genji's one.
Yeah.
So you got Winston, Zen, and you. This is a pretty good combo to hold with. Right click. Oh, you were looking for a right click. My bad.
3 people
Good
there
job,
right
team.
Yeah, right then would have been a perfect right click scenario, or right click melee scenario.
McCree.
So,
She got me.
kill road, that would have been a good right click melee.
Genji's
one. Yeah.
So he's already in that almost right-click melee zone. Winston shoots it and brings him in that right-click melee zone, and he gets Discord right here. Just toss right-click melee. And the difference is, you know, not much, but
Genji's one, yeah.
right-click melee could be done here versus you get flashed and then you get shot once, and you know that's 100 health off you. Gives him a little bit of all charge. Just
3
one kill
people
there
there
right
right
now.
now. Nice job, Zone.
Not
Nice.
huge, just a small thing. Probably,
Good job,
probably
team.
would have ended the overtime though.
Nice
Let's
job, Zone.
now.
Come on, guys.
I'm surprised on how long it takes to clean this up.
Genji
Definitely
cart.
not- I would definitely just have focused that Lucio one at a time, then now the Genji. Because, you know, think about it. Who is higher priority in general? The Genji, who just used his ult and only is a Genji, or the Lucio, who's a healer and can boot people away from the cart and, you know, survive, heal himself, heal others. Definitely want to be focusing on this Lucio a little bit more. Mercy's now
Thank
back.
you.
Now she would take #1 priority here by far. Diva's
Mercy's
also
back?
almost back. Good focus on
Mercy?
A little bit too aggro here. Your shield's about to go down. There's a Diva right behind you.
Mercy's low in the back.
Once that drop the beat comes out, that's when you gotta be asking yourself, like, uh-oh, you know?
Get Mercy.
Right-click melee against that Diva. That's half her health right there. Just keeps the Mercy on her more.
We have monkey ult. We need it.
Good getting some charge from this road. Now your shields are down there, so you should be playing a little more passive.
Well, this is gonna be the last point.
Yeah, left click. Perfect. Kill him during his ult. Why not, dude? You're just getting your ult from this. Right-click melee when the Diva gets out of mech, she's behind you. Oh,
Nice shot, guys.
Well
Yeah,
done.
nice job.
she was behind you, and you were looking the other way. That was a little bit wacko. Hello, a moose
Yeah, let's talk about-
moose scenery. Tell him I said hey. Don't know why you had to leave the game here, but whatever.
Are you again?
Mercy.
Surprisingly, cut off the
Something
recording,
I see
honestly.
all the time.
You're female.
All right, so you.
I think
Zarya-
Mercy and Reinhardt are the 2 most boring characters in the game.
I have
all
so
you
much
need to
All
do
right,
is
so
hide.
let's look at the
Mer-
comp here.
Mercy and
Yeah.
Reinhardt are the 2 most boring characters in the game.
Farrah Mercy, Zen McCree, Zarya Winston. So here's what needs to be happening is I'm just gonna kind of draw this out. This is the gate. Here's the statue. Here's inside. Here's the stairway. High ground. This isn't great, but you get what I mean. Here's the point, kind of a bird's head view. And then, you know, here's the point A. Here's what you guys should do is group up here, either one, depending on what they have. I know they end up having a Mei, so grouping up here is a little bit better because that gives McCree the ability to take high ground. Zen and McCree stick together, Farrah and Mercy stick together, you and Winston stick together. And here's how it goes. McCree maybe takes high ground because they have the Mei, Zen sticks with him, calls out his discords. Winston jumps over this gate onto here, or onto here. And then McCree is, you know, in the back line holding it up. Farrah concussion mines in, is playing right above. You shield the Winston. This is ideal, by the way. This isn't what would actually happen or what will actually ever happen. You shield the Winston right before he puts his shield down. He doesn't put his shield down. He waits for the shield to go away. Then he shields. That'll give you extra DPS, 40% extra DPS, and it'll give him more shield health. It'll maybe absorb a Roadhog shot, which is, you know, essentially giving his shield 50% more health or whatever, because it takes 2 Roadhog hits to disappear. So that's ideal.
I have
all
so
you
much
need to
fun
do is
playing
hide.
Let's see what actually happens.
No,
Here's
it's
some
So you see the Zen, that's free charge for you right there, free charge. Another thing is all these sim turrets, that's free charge for you.
The sim.
When you see those things going in, don't be afraid to shield teammates around
Ow!
you. Like your Mercy.
Really?
I mean,
so much fun. It's
I mean,
I have a sim.
I have
all
so
you
much
need to
fun.
do is
I don't get
hide.
what you mean by really. A lot of stuff happened and you could have shielded theoretically. Let's see. Symmetrical
Here's
goes
symmetrical.
I have
in.
a
That's 3 turrets right there. That's a damage buffed Rhine. So that's, you know, 125, 150 plus whatever those turrets can do.
sim.
Ow!
Yeah, for real.
Really?
so much fun. It's Mercy.
So like right here, you're right clicking the Rhine shield, but why? there's no reason to. It's not as efficient ammo-wise. It's not as efficient damage-wise. It's just better to left click here, you know?
I feel you.
Like if you're trying to break a shield, there's no reason to right click. I can't think of ever.
All I'm gonna say is that she has teleport.
So right here, like a little bit close
I
there.
feel you.
All I'm gonna say is that she has
It's
teleport.
like right here, you see that symbol. I would have just shielded yourself, taken the charge from that symbol, and fallen back. Well, I guess you didn't have your shield up in time. That's my bad. A little bit too aggro here. You can see you're in line with the Zarya and the Ryan that you have that May. Who does
And a
well.
May.
He
Right.
just
Jump in.
Continue to wall late the entire game.
Jump in. I'll get a bubble for you. Jump in.
Don't jump in. Your Pharah just died. That's your main DPS other than McCree.
Okay, maybe don't.
Hold up.
We gotta wait for
Let's
our
not.
Pharah.
Yeah, sorry.
Again, right clicking against the shield, no reason.
He just
Mercy flies to you, project.
killed me.
Oh,
really quick.
and now we're Zenyatta.
That would you'd be at 9. That Mercy would have taken full damage.
Alright, let's just stop dying.
Go up, go up, go up. The build-
So like you're not doing anything there, so I'd be okay with you.
Just stop dying.
Walls up. You're not doing anything. I'd be okay with you tossing a couple right clicks over. Like there's no reason not to. Worst case scenario, you get a little bit of charge, you know.
Go up, go up, go up. The building, the building.
Good
Yeah, we
call
can
to
do
go
that.
up by that guy. Good call.
Farah.
Fair
Oh,
Mercy
no.
back.
Go.
Zen's back.
Good jump in, monkey. I got a bubble.
Zarya's right clicking. I can't remember how much charge Zarya is, but a little rule of thumb. Zarya right clicks give you 9 charge, and if it gives you 18, she's at full charge. Looks like she's around 50 or so.
Zarya?
So she just popped both her shields at once. That's amazing for you because that's an easy fight for you to win. So she shields herself, shields the person right next to you. That's a one fight because if Zarya uses both of her shields at the same time, which you also just did, huge open target.
Zarya? Zarya's low. Zarya? She's high charge.
That's good. She is very high charging. You should have lost that, but that's good. Good right click.
Zarya's.
Maybe would have done a little bit earlier. Again, like right here, right click, left click combos, and I'll get into
Zarya's
game
low.
in a
Zarya?
second. I'll show you that.
She's high charge. Zarya's dead.
Good right.
oh,
Good. That was a smooth.
Zarya's
Actually.
low.
Let me
Zarya?
watch that.
She's high charge.
You right click at 1 ammo. That is pristine. That's very, very good.
Zarya's dead.
Oh,
Mercy
sorry,
was
behind
one.
me.
Yeah, because a 1 ammo right click still does full damage. That was perfect. A little bit aggro here at the solo tank. Winston just died.
Guys on the point, help Zarya out.
Oh no. Okay, let's break this down. So you get really
Guys on the
aggro.
point, help Zarya
Soldier
out.
shooting. Alright. Oh, I meant to
Nice.
pause. My bad. Haha. Round 2.
Guys on the point,
Right there wouldn't have been a bad right click against that soldier.
help Zarya out.
Alright, Ryan charges. You're reloading. Sim's here. Soldier's here. He's getting knocked away. But you see this Ryan, and he's headed in this line. So you can choose. And let's say your center of mass is probably somewhere around here. If you move this way, it'll be a little bit tougher. If you move this way, it'll be ideal. Or just flat out this way, either one. Moving this way will get you a little bit closer to the McCree, or not the McCree, the soldier, however, who is low and probably is going to be an easy kill. But let's watch your movement here. You move, so let's bird's eye this. Ryan charging you. This is you. You kind of go like this sort of shape, kind of like a crescent, kind of. Not great. Does end up getting a kill.
Nice.
Nice. Sorry about that.
Teleporter.
Mercy
Alright,
got really
teleporter.
silly now.
For some reason, they
Fair,
put it
that's
in
you.
the
Mercy,
left
no
side
res.
room. Who knows why?
Fair, that's you. Jump in, monkey. I got a bubble.
What's me?
Oh, Telly's right in the hotel here.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Not a great shield against. Well, actually, did you try to hit the...
Oh, Telly's right in the hotel here.
Yeah, I guess you tried to hit the Winston with that, but still, he did have his shield down, so it's just not great. I would definitely would have saved it.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Like, why would they put it there?
That's a
Yeah,
warm
you can just stand there.
teleport I've ever seen.
This is a perfect opportunity for you guys to punish this Reinhardt. So, he, bird's eye view again, gate, statue, building, point, Ryan charges in all the way to here. You guys can focus him all the way as he goes back. And you know, you yourself, you have only 14 charge, so that's probably about 100 DPS. 5 seconds, he says, it's going to take him 3 seconds to get there. And you know, that's just you. Think about the rest of your team. I'm pretty sure they can do 200 damage between a lot of them.
Kill him.
Mercy, no res.
Yeah, you can see. there's so
Ryan,
many
get Ryan, get
areas.
Ryan.
Oh,
He hammers down. Wait a second when people hammer down, because you need
Kill
to
him.
see
Mercy,
who
no
their
res.
Get Ryan,
target
get Ryan,
is.
get Ryan.
And you can see you instinctively kind of shield the Sam. No, who is that? Farah. Which isn't great, but who's this Ryan looking at? It's your Mercy, and Mercy doesn't
Oh.
die.
oh no, not me.
Nice. I got a
You
point.
do actually let the Farah stay alive and shields, which is good.
Sims in hotel.
Alright, go to point. I've got
That was free charge right there.
got
I can see why you didn't use it, but like it's already
But
in the
there's
fight,
no
so
way
that
to
was free
filter it,
charge. Right here, he's low.
Nice.
You guys
That's
got
good.
this. Even if
Don't
you
be
all
afraid
die,
to
I'll
throw a
just
right
res
click
you.
there. You guys
Yeah.
end up getting this
Wait, where-
pretty fine. I mean,
Good man, you
like,
shouldn't
this
have stunned her.
like, that's whatever.
Oh, okay.
Issues.
Alright, you're set. Alright, let's
I-
look at this. So, poke phase, we're back. What are you looking for? You're looking for charge, you're looking for alt charge, and you're looking for picks. So, sorry. Their team's pretty staggered. Their mages died. Their sim and their soldier died a second ago. They're going to be pretty far back. So it's just their tanks up here. So picks, that's easy. You could easily call in Winston, jump in, I'll shield. Which you do actually in a second, which is perfect. But then you don't actually shield him, which is, or you shield him, but a little bit late. You're also 74 on grabs, so I'd be okay with you, moving up a little bit and looking for an alt. Charge, always kind of look for charge if you don't have charge. Pretty much. But you kind of do that with getting picks.
I don't even play Mercy enough to get a golden gun on her.
Not a great shield there. It was just a single Zarya right click and a Ryan E, but you don't even absorb the
I got
Ryan E.
that on Hanzo.
I have a golden gun for Farah and Mercy, so.
Whoops.
I have a single golden gun.
I have a bubble for you, Winston.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
so
spent
I
too
have a
much
bump
time
for you, Winston. He's already up there.
on this game.
I have 2 right now.
Alright, so let's look. Zarya's Discord half health. Ryan's there. Zarya's projected barriers down. Soldier, what is that? McCree, Mercy, Lucio. And 84 on grab. That's 5 people. This could be really good for you. Also Sim turret up there, but that's just a small thing.
I mean, I'll have a
What I would do here is, throw a couple,
second golden
see
gun
if you
before
can kill this
the
Ryan.
end of the next season.
See if you can get all charge from this Ryan.
Zarya? Nice.
Good pick there.
I'll have a third one.
This is exact. Honestly, that's a one fight right there. Like there's Zarya's dead. That's a huge part of their team.
Nope, I'm baiting.
Winston dives in. Great shield. I
Those
just
are
think
You
Mercy.
hammer.
just got absolutely destroyed.
So right here's interesting. Mercy, Mercy's right here. Soldier's right here. He's getting healed by possibly a Lucio that's here or here. You can see that yellow aura around him. And then Mage just ulted. You don't have either of your shields. You have very high charge, and you almost have your ult. I would be looking for just picking this Mercy, picking the Soldier, and that's it. With right-click melee combos or left-click right-click combos. Sorry, that was a Sim, not a Mercy. I just coughed right into the mic. Sorry about that. You break the turret there, not great. You have full charge, full art charge. Like, you definitely could have picked the Symmetra if you wanted to.
Don't worry, McCree, I got
Help.
you.
Good shield there. You guys get grabbed, which is perfect because there's a giant shield in the way. Good focus, just holding left click
Zarya
on
one.
that Zarya. to
Zarya's
keep
one,
it
yeah.
away. Right here, I don't get why you're holding back because you're reloading. You can easily be reloading as you push up. You have a Mercy heal, or you had a Mercy healing you. There's the Soldier ulting, but I mean, there's a Winston right here that you can peel with, and you have your shield, you have your grab, you have high charge. There's just no reason why you should really be like playing this
Are you
passive.
safe, Mercy?
Yeah, I'd be pushing right up past that Rhine shield. What I like to do is aerial view. We're back. So here's the Rhine shield, here's the Rhine, and then maybe people back here is walk up right into the Reinhardt and either bait his swing, in which case you shield yourself, or get right around and do a quick right-click melee combo, because that'll do about 100 damage just flat out. And since you have so high charge, it'll do more like 110 or 120. And I mean, that's just free damage for you, and it, baits the Rhine into dropping shield, which is just more damage for your team. It's not about the damage that you get, which is 110 or 100 or whatever it may be, but it's about the Rhine dropping shield and letting all of the other people get damage, which is huge.
I can res if you want.
Oh no, I was just
Ryan
making sure
charges
you didn't
in.
get hit with
Then hold it
Ryan can die. Ryan can die.
So right here you end up grabbing in a second, which is great. I'd be a little bit careful. Let's see what you know. I love doing these what you knows when you're about to grab, because this is what you should know and what you should remember. So first things we see is Soldier dies, Junkrat, Reinhardt charged in. Let's keep looking.
making sure you didn't get hit with
Zarya and Soldier res. So that's Junkrat,
Ryan.
that's Rhine, that's Zarya, that's Mercy, that's Soldier. And
Ryan
whoever's in
can
that right side room,
die.
we
Ryan
can't
can
tell
die.
who
Punch
that
him.
is.
He's discorded.
So you say punch him, and you do punch him, but right-click melee would have been much better. Because, you know, instead of an actual punch, that's like 100 damage instead of 30. You grab here in about half a second, but let's see what you know again. Zarya, Soldier, Mercy, or not sure which is which, Rhine low. What I would do here is get on top of the payload, actually see, is this a good grab, and then if it is, shoot it over this Rhine shield, or shoot it around the Rhine shield, because shooting it into the Rhine shield like you do in a second just is not great. Yeah, you walk up to the Rhine, but like, look, you're taking a sim damage now, and you're right next to a Zarya, and this Rhine could start shooting at you, and this Soldier is shooting at you. So it's pretty dangerous. You do actually end up dying here, if I remember correctly. One thing that I would do here is, you're 70 charge. Yes, you could combo with your team. Yes, you probably should combo with your team. This is one of the few times where it would be okay to use both your shields, because you guys are about to wipe their entire team. So it's okay if you use both shields, because there's no one that's going to be able to deal with you after. I would shield Winston, let him absorb some damage for you, then shield yourself. Whoopsies. How many times will I do that?
Do it!
Shield Winston, that's good. You didn't shield yourself, which isn't great, but you can see like that's a full
It
team
might be
for you
worth
guys.
resing me.
Probably not
Yeah, I
worth
agree.
resing you.
Especially while Instin's doing his stuff. I'm not
Probably
jumping in
not.
there to res that. Oh, behind us! Teleporter behind us! Teleporter behind us!
Wow, that's actually pretty good. Teleporter behind? That's classy. Gets a double kill too. That's good.
They all came out of nowhere.
I want to watch that for a second.
They all.
So you're starting to do that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, dude, this sickness. I'm getting over it still. You're doing this right click combo, which is good, but you're a little bit too slow on it. You're left clicking him for here, and then you start to like lag behind because you wanted to do the right click, and then you just kind of left click the ground for a
All
second.
came out of nowhere.
And when you do right click, it's pretty off. It probably only hits him for like half or a third. Jeez Louise, how many times will I do that? Alright, yeah, you should be falling back.
I'm agree.
Nope, don't do it.
To regroup, or is that good?
Please don't go in.
Looks like we back.
You gotta remember, Zarya, you don't have your personal barrier here. You have no charge, you have no ult, and you have low health. Your goal is not, you're not gonna 1v6 here. You're gonna like die to a Reaper, who's one of your major counters. I'd say Reaper is the #1 Zarya counter, because he doesn't have to wait for the shields to be done. He can shoot right through them if he wants to. Especially with low charge. Like if you have full charge, it's probably a fair fight. With low charge, it's 2-3 to 1 for him. Other counters, just real quick, are Tracer, because she can just wait for your shield to be done and then burst you down 3 or 4 times. Widow / Hanzo, just because they can Hosno, just because they can wait for your shields to be down, then snipe you. And Reaper, obviously. Roadhog too, because that the right hook left click combo that I talked about way earlier.
So let's regroup.
I'm just looking if they saw the teleporter up.
Yeah, please fall
I
back.
don't hear
Please
it,
fall
but
back.
I don't know
Yeah, I
where
don't think
it
they
was.
do. I don't think they
I'm
do.
surprised he
No, I think they don't
Stop
have it
shooting.
anymore. I think they used every charge.
Winston dives
Soldier
in.
behind.
Good shield. Good
Nice.
focus on him
Good
right
Discord.
there. That was good. Alright, so at this point, you guys are 2 up. Easy 1 fight. You should just go in. You have your personal barrier. I'd say just walk up and go in.
Mercy's dead.
Yeah, sure. Get a little bit of charge from that. Absolutely. A little bit dangerous because you guys are executing a fight, but this is a 1 fight. They are 4 people down.
Hey, there's a
Sim behind us.
sim behind.
It's not like she's gonna have
I'm
teleporter
trapped.
again.
Just keep pushing point. Keep
Yeah.
pushing point.
3 on
Try
cart.
this.
3 on cart. 3 on cart.
Right click right here. Would have been perfect.
Nice.
Awesome.
GG. Good job, guys.
Alright, yeah, so all in all, pretty good game. Let me get into Overwatch real quick and show you what I mean with that right click, left click combo stuff. Once it loads. Major things, your positioning's okay. Sometimes you're a little bit too aggro when you don't have charge. You gotta remember, if you have high charge, you can afford to be more aggro only if you have shields. Because if you don't have shields, you're a huge target. Let's just get in a game real quick. I think I have a preset for this. Let's just add 6 bad Lucios for bad Lucio warm-up. Okay, so the left click, right, the 2 combos I'm going to be going over are left click, right click melee, and right click, left click, right click combos.
Together, we are strong.
This will be with not a lot of charge, so it won't be ideal, it won't be great, and it won't be pretty. But, yes. I wish you could just, like, set how much charge Zarya has. So, Lucio's are pretty fast, you want to left click as much as you can. Get up real quick, right click, and then ideally you have melee to make so many boops. The other one, right click, nice arc there, left right click, nice arc there. They're not great because they just have so much momentum, but you can see what I mean. So, let's see, who's moving towards me, this guy. Nice arc, gets stuck on the wall, right click melee.
This is strength.
So, gosh, I wish there was less of them. Could probably change that. Okay, so let's just, oh man, yeah, I'm changing it. I'm removing some of them just because there's so many. Okay. Oh, these boops are just brutal, man. Alright. Just a small fact about doing these bubble jumps. They're almost never worth it if there's not a healer that will heal you before you're there. So if like you're traveling with a Mercy, then sure, why not? Ooh, I'm right click. So let's just go this guy left click, left click, left click, tracking as best as I can. I can move away, sure, right click, right click. Ideally that kills him first time, but I'm just used to having a little bit more charge. The next one, right click, nice arm there. Lucio's really good with changing the momentum, so it's not as good. See if I can do that a little bit cleaner. So right click, gosh, he just boosts me away. There, that's a perfect target right there. And then you can see he's so just going down for half a second instead. Again, let's do right click, nice arm, right click. And you know, I'm only hitting 3-4 ticks of damage against these Lucios. Like, that's significant. It's 3-4 ticks that I might not hit other guys just because, like, they're not getting arced like that. It's a lot harder to follow. What a boob, dude. I hate these boobs. Stop it, please. Alright, so let's do the left click, right click melee. So left click, right click melee. And you know, you might not get the first one, but that's okay. It just takes a little practice. I haven't warmed up, plus I have 0 charge, so I like to warm up with more charge, which you can do by increasing your damage taken and just having a really high health pool in front of shields, because then you just take a ton of damage by Lucios and then just shield. With Brad, I only got 2, so I probably but I just want to get them low so I can shoot melee combos. So I'm just, oh my god, dude. Oops. So yeah, just left click, right click until he gets in that zone, right click melee. You can see I was a little bit off, but yeah, that's just because there's no charge. Overall with the video pretty good. Let me sum it up in some points right here. So if you're like writing anything down or want to remember anything big, this is the part that you should remember. Positioning should be done with the following rules. If you have shields, then you can play more aggro. If you do not have shields, then you cannot play more aggro, because that is what's going to keep you alive. That's what's going to be keeping your team alive. If you have high charge, you can play more aggro. If you don't have high charge, you can't play as aggro. So just some examples here. You have no charge and you have shields. Feel free to play a little bit aggro to try to get some charge. You have no charge and no shields. You messed up. Fall back and wait for your shields to regen. If you pop both of your shields and don't get any charge from it, you probably did not do a very smart move there. You have high charge and no shields. You're a huge target to the entire other team, and you have no way to protect yourself. So you got to be very, very careful. You have high charge and you have shields. You can demolish people. The reason Zarya at full charge is a little bit more than Soldier's DPS, which you might think is low because Zaryas are so not often high charge. But there's no spread. It's a beam. It's a laser. So it's fully dependent on that's why the reason why Sombra, for example, just isn't very good is because her spread is just so much. So she has this very, very high DPS potential, but it's just so hard to actually hit the shots. And it's the same with Orisa, very, very high DPS potential, but it's just so hard to hit the shots. But with Zarya, it's a beam. You can't miss the shots if you're on them. So it ends up being higher, much higher DPS. So that's positioning. Alts, you want, try to take high ground when you can, get a nice angle. Things you want to keep in mind are so alts. You want to keep in mind enemies, Zen, Mercy, Lucio, Roadhog, Orisa, Reinhardt. These are just all enemy alts that could kind of shut yours down. Teammates, not necessarily all are they ready to combo with you, but are they ready in general? Because you don't always have to have a combo. I find Zarya is one of the heroes where it's like your teammates here, Graviton, and then everyone's just like, "Ooh, better press Q. I want play of the game." And that's a huge issue. Huge issue. Just say like one person combo, Road combo, Pharah combo, Genji combo. All of those are great. Are they close to you is another thing, because if you grab and you're the only one there, you will die. Unless you have 100 charge, your personal barrier, and there are no tanks in your grab. Enemies, teammates, and charge. If you don't have a lot of charge, you have to make sure your teammates are ready to combo. Things you want to keep in mind when you do actually grab for who you want to target. Test. Oh, sorry about that. My headset disconnected by accident. So what I was talking about with grabs is sometimes less is more with your grabs. If you have the choice between getting, Mercy, Ana, Soldier, McCree, Reinhardt, Diva, you just want these four. Because this Reinhardt and this Diva, Rein will put his 2000 HP barrier up and Diva will just hold right click. And that's going to stop anyone from doing any damage to these four. So if you can choose just to maybe, alt these four, then it's perfect. Because you kill those four, these two alone, they have no DPS, they have no healing, they're dead. And they're staggered. It's better in almost every single way. Because think about it, let's say you can combo with your Pharah, Diva just eats the Pharah ult. Let's say you combo with the Genji, like Rein just swings around or whatever, With getting charged, your shields could be improved a little bit. You want to use your personal barrier to protect yourself and to get charge. You want to use your projected barrier to save others. Obviously, there's scenarios when you can use them the other way, and that's more of a situational kind of thing. It's one thing I like to do, which didn't work as well here, is the thing called the leapfrog strategy. So let's say this is air view again. We'll just say it's a box or whatever, and here's your friendly Reinhardt, and here's you, and then here's the enemy Reinhardt and Soldier and Diva and Pharah, Mercy, whoever else. Doesn't matter. So they're all shooting at the Reinhardt. Here's what you do. You shield the Reinhardt. He drops his shield. That gives you charge. Reinhardt falls back. You walk in front of the Reinhardt. Put your shield up. You walk. So then Reinhardt would be here, still with his shield down. And then you would be here with your shield up. And that's giving you even more charge. And then, once your shield goes down, Reinhardt walks back up. with an extra 1,000 shield health because you just let it regen so much, put your shield back up, and then you fall back and let your shields regen. And just that again and again, because that gives you, 80 extra charge, which is 80 DPS, which is more damage on this Rhine shield. Plus, you're going to have your whole team with you also doing damage on that Rhine shield. So that's just preparing for the next fight, basically. Yeah, so like if your teammates are doing anything big, like a Pharaoh ulting, Winston going in, you have to be ready with your shields because honest sleep darts are a thing, and they will shut down your team. If she tries to sleep dart someone and there's a big shield on them, nothing's gonna happen. You saved them. That's huge. If a Pharaoh tries to combo with your ult and they instantly get hooked or they instantly get sleep darted, your shield essentially killed 3 people. Or however many people you got in your grav. So that's ults, positioning, charge. What else did you talk about? Let's check real quick. Yeah, your tracking's not terrible. The right click, left click combos. Honestly, I'm talking about all these other things, and they're important things, but the performance that you made right here was just truly not great. This could have been much, 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 much better. Like, look at all this time that you're not doing damage. I hate to be like this, but I just want to prove my point here on how much damage you missed out on doing. So you're essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like 8 seconds before you start shooting. And you're like 70 charged almost the entire time. So that's 1.8, or sorry. That's 100 times 1.7, or a little bit less than 100, but you know what I mean. So that's 170 times 8. That's 1,000-ish damage. I'm not good at fast math, but that's more than 1,000-ish. That's like 1,300 or 1,400. That's like 1,400 damage that you missed out on there. And yeah, you hit 3 or 4 right clicks, but that's only like 200 damage. So big gap there on the amount of damage you could have done. By the way, disclaimer, if any of my math is wrong, it's a special math. It's Weustis math, so just fudge the numbers, A number plus 11 gets you home by 7. That's an office quote right there. Right here, still, like, you're right-clicking, but you should be left-clicking, my dude. Like, right there. You could just be holding left-click, and it would have just done the most. Good focus here. That's what you need to be doing the whole time. Just focusing the road, focusing the McCree. You have such high charge. It's okay to focus squishies. If you have low charge, yeah, sure, only focus the road. But since you have such high charge, focus whoever you want. That's the main thing. If you can play with consistent left click tracking and right click combos, you'll get to Masters easy. Grandmaster probably even. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I have to talk about. Bubble management isn't terrible. You're correct. Could be a little bit faster with some of them. Positioning, yeah, but you say your positioning's probably pretty bad, and it's pretty bad. You're just up too much. If someone's let's bird's eye this again. So here's the point. I'm gonna do a different color because I'm feeling fancy. Here's the walls. Here's the pathway right here. Here's the statue right here, kinda. That's not accurate. Here's the statue. You're playing like here, and the road was playing like here, and that's good angle for you. But it'd be much easier if you were playing kind of here, potentially since you're such high charge, I could even say, or you could even argue going around and looking for a good grab or looking for, left click, right click melee combos on unsuspecting healers, unsuspecting DPS. Because, if they're not paying attention, they're dead within a second. Legitimately within a second. Half a second of left clicking, right click melee, they're dead. So yeah, you could be a little bit more passive, and that's not as much of an issue there. But like you play really aggro, defense when you guys lose this point. Man, I was way off for my... Like right here, you're playing so aggro right here. And there's just no reason to. Zarya just can't do that much on her own, you know? Unless she's full charge and has grav and whatnot. But, you know, there's a reason half of your abilities can only be used on teammates and are only good with teammates around. There's a reason your grav is almost useless alone. Like, Zarya is the teamwork player, without a doubt. Which is why there's so many Zarya mains in higher ranks and so few Zarya mains in lower ranks. Overall, not bad. Target priority isn't awful. Let me just give you some good rules of thumb, though. Poke phase and battle phase. Poke phase and battle phase, I find them amazing examples almost all of the time. Right now, this is poke phase, but it seems like you're trying to make it into a battle phase, but it's poke phase. And you have 0 charge. And no ult. So you should be looking at frontline tanks to get ult charge. If you have full charge and no ult, then you should be looking at anybody you want. No, that's not. I guess still frontline tanks, but also anyone out of position. And yeah, you can play a little bit more aggro if you have full charge. 0 charge and ult. Look for an ult with your team. Make sure your team's with you. Say, I'm looking for a grav. I'm looking for a grav. Get ready. 100 charge and ult. This is really anyone. You focus healers almost. Focus DPS. Because it doesn't matter if you focus a tank. Because, you know, you can kill a healer, you can kill a DPS, and then your team's ready to back you up with ult if you really need to, and you can be playing aggro with 100 charge, focusing healers and DPS will give you good opportunities to ult. That's poke phase. Battle phase, I'm not going to write all this stuff out again, so I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. And obviously 1, 0 charge, no ult. 2 is 100 charge, no ult. And 0 charge ult, 100 charge ult. 0 charge, no ult, battle phase, passive. Look for charge. And focus frontline. 100 charge, no ult. DPS and healers. Healers. Because you're in a battle phase and that's the most influential thing you can do in that scenario. 0 charge ult. Look for ult. Or if you don't need to, if you're already winning, look for charge for yourself, basically. There's not really much you can do there if you're already winning a fight, except for just hold left click from a distance. 100 charge and ult. Play really aggro, if you have shields at least. Look for an ult. Focus healers and DPS. Focus whoever's doing the most against your team, I would say. I hope this helps. This big, giant graph I just made. I know my handwriting on the computer's not great, but that's it. Yeah. Overall, not too bad. If you want the final notes, just rewatch however long that last section was. Sorry if I cough into the mic at any point. Yeah. I'll see you around, dude. If you wouldn't mind, drop me a review in the reviews comments section. And yeah, I'll see you around. Just PM me if you have any questions, by the way. I'll answer anything. It's like, at 4:24, should I have done this? Or at, 10:23, should I have picked Widowmaker? And I'll say, absolutely. Without a doubt, you should have picked Widowmaker. I'll see you around, though. Thanks.